What is up, Texas hockey fans? Welcome back to Clean Sheet of Ice, a Texas hockey podcast. We're here with the Game 4 preview. Stars, Wild, Game 4. Stars are up 2-1 in the series. We're rocking a little solo pod today. Give Savannah a breather while she's up in Minnesota after the draft party last night for the Minnesota Vikings. Hope she had fun. She's up there in the cold. We're down here, and it's getting a little warmer here in Dallas, Texas. We had 2 days off. Today is Friday as I'm recording this, Friday, April 24th. We're recording this in the morning. So we don't have any updates. We had no practice yesterday. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of the series. It's Game 4. It's getting serious. It's getting crazy. It's already been serious the first 3 games. You played 90-plus minutes on Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. You didn't get done till like 1 a.m. It's insane what this series has already provided us. We've already gotten a blowout. We got a pretty tight game there in Game 2 at home, and then you get, of course, a double overtime game with a little bit of a comeback after they had a little bit of a comeback. It's been chaotic. It's been a little bit crazy, but welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, a Texas hockey podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before we get into the episode. We're trying to hit 500 subs. So 500 subs, we'll do a giveaway. Colin Blackwell signed sweatshirt. We'll get it signed next week with Colin Blackwell back in person, back in AAC. And by the time that we have that, hopefully we're already at 500 subs. I think we're 13 away on our YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and then we'll be able to do a giveaway for the Colin Blackwell signed sweatshirt. Make sure you tap into apollohou.store. Search Texas Hockey. Our Texas Hockey Playoffs 2026 shirts, When the Stars Align, are live in store. Go get it. The link is in the description. It'll be in the comment section as well on this YouTube video and also on our audio podcast platforms. So make sure you're tapping in. Make sure you're hitting that sub button. A lot of new viewers are in here. I will say, after Game 1, we had a lot of Minnesota fans in the comment section, in the views, everything on our YouTube channel. They are seemingly nowhere to be found after the last 2 games. Game 2, there was a few chirps here and there. He got lucky. He shouldn't have won that one. To the refs, it's the refs' fault. It's the refs' fault. It's this, that, and the other. Game 3, no one from Minnesota commented. They are still in my mentions on Twitter, but no one was in the comment section on our YouTube channel. I just want everyone to be consistent because last season, the Edmonton Oilers fans, the Winnipeg Jets fans, and the Colorado Avalanche fans, they rode with us the entirety of the series, all 7 games, 6 games, 5 games. They were all there for every episode. They were tuning in to hear our opinion about a win or a loss. It didn't matter. Minnesota Wild fans apparently aren't built different. I know they're not used to getting out of the first round, but it seems like they just don't have any desire to be in the chat after a loss, unlike the other fan bases that are used to the playoffs. But here we are, mini Game 4 preview. We're up in Minnesota again, 2 days rest. I think that's a huge thing, especially after playing 90-plus minutes on Wednesday night, especially after a late game. We saw Jake Oettinger post-game, maybe the most calm, not dejected, but like very calm and tired version of Jake Oettinger in a press conference on the radio or on TV or in a scrum. Like, that was a long game. It's a real long game. And the boys needed that extra day of rest. They had no practice on Thursday. Goalie met with the media. And then we also on Friday, today, as you're listening to this, they will practice at, I believe, at 1 p.m. up in Minnesota. But it's a 4:30 Central game on TBS and Victory Plus. I love that we have Victory Plus. To have Josh and Razor in your ears during the playoffs while you're watching the game is just a work of art. It's a beauty. It's something that we don't get in a lot of different sports. Like in basketball, you don't ever get your team, if it's the Mavericks or whoever, like we don't get our local team to call the games. And especially in baseball, when you're used to it for 162 games and all of a sudden you got like AJ Perzinski in your ear. And like, this is a blessing that we have Josh and Razor and Victory Plus streaming these games. It's a huge thing. It's a 4:30 Central game, which probably means it's 4:50. So it's like kind of a weird time. Again, just like Game 1 was. I would like to see a better start from them on a Saturday afternoon. Much like Game 1, we didn't see much out of that first period at all. And then especially the second period, we gave up 3 pretty quick goals there in the first 6 minutes in Game 1 of second period. You need to get in there. You need to be physical. You need to get off to a hot start. You need to win some battles there in the first 10 minutes and kind of jump into the game. Obviously, it's a late afternoon, early evening start. You're used to these 8:30 games, and then you're getting thrown back into this 4:30 game on a Saturday. It's weird, all right? You just got to jump into it. The Stars are typically not very good on Saturday or Sunday afternoon games in the regular season. We're not used to having too many during the playoffs. I'm impressed that this is another 4:30 game, considering the animosity and everything, but I get it. You want to have the other teams later, but it's a 4:30 game. You got to get out to a huge start there. The 2 days off, like I said, I think that's a massive thing, not just for Jake, but for every other skater. Miro played fucking 40 minutes. Like he's out there just skating around, hoping that that game ended, and it finally did. Miro was spectacular in game 3. I thought he was phenomenal in game 2. He's going to be kind of your catalyst on that defensive end. Obviously, Essa Lindell on the PK, all that PK time, right? 21 minutes, I think, of time Miro played on ice, either shorthanded or up a man 5-on-4. That's a lot of time to be on the ice in a game. And he's usually around that 23, 24-minute mark. He did that just with a man advantage or down a man, and he was on the ice for basically what his normal game log is. So the 2 days rest is huge. Get the days off for Thursday, no practice. Today they'll practice at 1. I would assume no morning skate on Saturday because it's a 4:30 game. So this is going to be kind of your morning skate on Friday afternoon in Minnesota. Next thing, Zuccarello. He's been missing since game 1. Obviously, they win game 1. Took the elbow to the head from Tyler Myers. We've talked about it endlessly. Him missing the next 2 games has greatly impacted Kirill Kaprizov. Not just like their whole team, but Kaprizov especially. He's been not disappeared. Like he hit the post last game. I think he hit the post in game 2 as well. Like he's still there and he's still getting in the muck after the whistle, and he's still Kaprizov at the end of the day, right? He just hasn't put any points on the board. And Minnesota Wild fans have pointed out, like, it's very strange that when Zuccarello goes out, Kaprizov just turns into a completely different player. I don't think he's turned into a completely different player, but I do think it's neutralized him a good bit without Zuccarello there to help out his line. Zooks has been awesome for the Wild. He was one of my favorite like little deadline acquisitions for the Stars there in the 2019 run, where if Jamie Benn just wraps it around in game 7, I think we just win that series. We go on to win the cup. It would have been awesome. It would have been sick. But Zuccarello, awesome for the Wild. If he comes back, I don't have any injury updates for you right now on Friday. I think he was kind of a questionable mark on injury for game 3. So I would assume he's getting close to being able to come back. But if he comes back, then Kaprizov becomes more dangerous again. That's something you got to look out for, because obviously in game 1, they did not do very well. Kaprizov was really good, especially on the power play, especially 5-on-5. Like he looked phenomenal, and they were leaving him wide open. If Zuccarello comes back, I think that kind of starts to happen again. So defense got to shore that up. The other stuff from the Wild, Hughes has been kind of like not neutralized, but like toned down in this series. It's interesting, right? I think the Stars have done a really good job of playing Quinn Hughes over the last few years through the Pete DeBoer system and now through goalie. Like Quinn Hughes is good. He's an unreal skater. He's an unreal player. Awesome on offense. He's good on defense. He does all these things. The skating ability is crazy, and he's still showcasing that throughout this series. He's just not scoring a ton. He's getting an assist here and there, like every game or whatever, but he hasn't been the most dangerous player on the ice for the Wild. It's been more Boldy and Faber. I think they've kind of neutralized as much as they can Kaprizov and Hughes, but Boldy and Faber have excelled. They've been really good. Boldy just being able to skate through 4 guys, much like we've seen Mikko Rantanen do before in the past, like I mentioned last episode, it's a bit of a problem. So you got to figure out how to slow down those 2 guys, because they're just as good, arguably, as Kaprizov and Hughes. They're playing phenomenal this postseason. They're playing great in this series. Like, they've got to figure out a way to slow those 2 guys down, because they are carrying around the bulk of the offense over the last 2 games. And even in game 1, they were doing all kinds of stuff. Boldy's been incredible. I think Faber's been really good. He obviously had 2 goals in game 2, I believe. So they've been really good. Hughes and Kaprizov have been still good, but more on the fine side as opposed to great and exceptional and superstar. I think Boldy and Faber have stepped up while they get neutralized, which is the beauty of this Wild team, is that they have all these superstars, right? That you got to neutralize. It's the same thing on the Stars. But the Miro workload is kind of the issue here. You can't put them out against all of these guys, right? They're not going to be on the ice at the same time, so you can't stop them all the time. So, like, you're going to have the Tyler Myers and Liam Bishop line out there, or pairing with them. You're going to have Harles and Nils, who Nils is having a series of his life, and then you just got him at like $1.75 million per year for the next 2 years. Jim Nill does it again. Welcome to another GM of the Year award, maybe. Probably not this year because there weren't any major moves, but still some great cap circumnavigation, adding Nils to this team when the cap is going to go up exponentially. He's having a hell of a series, having a phenomenal series. Harls has also been really good on defense, hasn't really shown up on the stat sheet yet. That's the next part. If Harls can step up on the stat sheet on offense, get a little power play time maybe here and there, or he's just stepping in up on the 5-on-5 play and playing really well there. I think he's having a good series. He's just not showing up on the stat sheet, and that's not that big of a deal because the Stars are still scoring. Not too bad. So I need a little bit more from Harls on the offensive side. Nils is having a great series. Miro and Essa doing their thing. I think Bichel and Myers have stepped up really good in game 2 and 3. So the defense has been pretty good. Next thing for the Stars, Matt Duchene. He has 5 points in 3 games. Yeah. Welcome back, Dutchie. I think last season, throughout the playoffs, obviously, we were talking to Dutch, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing all the right things. The process is correct. I'm more focused on the process, not the result. Getting a goal here and there, it would be fine. Like that one where I think it was the power play goal against the Edmonton Oilers in game 1, where I think they took the lead or tied it. I can't remember which one it was, where he hit Rope in the ass with the puck and then lifted it up and got it in there. That was like a revelation for Dutchie. He's like, yeah, we're going to start going now. And then it just fell apart because it was the Oilers and we fell apart. Whatever. Dutchie's been phenomenal to start this series. He was one of my X factors heading into it, him and Thomas Harley. I think they've both been great, but Dutchie's really surpassed what my expectations were heading into this postseason, heading into this series specifically. Big physical team. You're wondering how Dutchie's going to play against them. Obviously, game 1 at home, game 3 of the season, he gets concussed by the Wild, and you're kind of sitting there like, golly, when is Dutchie going to really start getting going? And he kind of saw it over the last couple of months of the season, really got back into it, really got into a groove. And now they have this line of Bork, Dutchie, and Robo that's really on fire right now. Obviously, you want Rope Hintz back. You want him back in the fold, and he's going to add a lot to your power play one. He's going to add a lot to just the depth and the center depth and everything. He plays good defense. He's good on offense. He does all the things right? Dutchie's been phenomenal. He looks just like he did 2 years ago, even last year when he was scoring a point per game. Like, that's what Dutchie looks like right now to me, a supremely confident player, but also adding it and kind of going up a notch. It's playoffs, right? Everybody needs to go up a notch. He's adding the physicality. He's getting into it after the whistle. And then you have the Foligno thing from the other game, and we saw him on the radio yesterday, I believe, and he was like, yeah, I was just going to check on him. There was no animosity there. Foligno was pissed. We talked after that period, got together at a whistle or whatever, and everything was fine. So Dutchie's been really good, but you see the physicality on his side, but also the setups, also the goal scoring. It's all been there. Dutchie's been everything you've needed on that second line to go with Robo. Bork, I think, has been playing really well as well. He's not showing up on the stat sheet, but doing the same thing Harls is doing, playing good defense. He's adding that physicality factor, especially on that line with Dutchie and Robo. Maybe not the most physical, but Robo threw 2 hits the other day. Dutchie's been throwing a few hits, and Borky's been that guy flying around, making sure everybody kind of knows that there's somebody on that line that will throw a hit no matter what. So I think Dutchie's been awesome. That line's been awesome. Next thing before we get to major keys of the game, can Robo and Wyatt keep doing it? Can they keep staying on fire? Wyatt Johnston feels like he's going to score at every game. Robo has scored every single game. He's been consistent, if you will, on offense. He is shooting the lights out of the puck right now. Incredibly confident, maybe the best shooting performance of his career in the playoffs so far. And he was really good against the Oilers last year. He's the only guy scoring against the Oilers last year. Robo's been really good. And that has nothing to do with Bill Guerin. It has nothing to do with the Minnesota Wild. It has everything to do with Robo and this team. Robo's been really good. Wyatt Johnston's been exceptional. He's 22 years old, and he has like a bajillion points in the playoffs. He has a bajillion game-winning goals, like all the things. Like, Wyatt's just been a wow factor all season long. I think this series, maybe not the loudest. Obviously, he had 2 goals in game 2. He has the game winner in game 3. So those are pretty loud moments and pretty loud things. But he doesn't necessarily stick out for 60 minutes, and I don't think Robo does either. But in the minutes that they do stick out and they're like, oh, yeah, those are the superstars. Those are the big guys on the ice. When they're out there and they're scoring and they're getting assists and all that kind of stuff and positioning and all the things, can they keep that going in game 4? There's going to be a lot of adjustments from the Wild, I would assume. They're playing good games. We just got to see what happens. Can those 2 guys get it going? But major keys to the game. First one, do the same thing you did in game 3. That list includes block shots, good defense for the most part, right? Except for the breakdown that happened later in the game to give up the game tying goal and the goal that got the Wild up 3-2. Take what they give you on offense. That's what those Stars have been doing. You have that 2-on-1 from Robo. He skates it in. He's going to shoot it no matter what. He's never passing that puck. He shoots it. He scores it. You get that. You just got to take what they give you. The Mikko one, that was a sick setup from Robo, but also a heads-up play from Miro to tie up the stick there in the middle from a defender. Lets that puck go. Just take what they're giving you on defense and make sure that you capitalize on it, which you did not do in game 1, which you did decently in game 2. You could have done even better. And then in game 3, same thing. I think you could have done it even better. Take what they give you, make sure that they make them pay. They were up 8-1 on high danger chances through 2 periods in game 3. So take what they give you, make sure you capitalize on it. The block shots were incredible in game 3, 30 block shots, 31 block shots, and only like 31 shots on goal. Thought that was huge. And they won the face-off battle by a large margin. I think those are just like, do the things that worked in game 3 and replicate it in game 4 and maybe to just capitalize a little bit more. Second thing, physicality. Physicality without dumb mistakes, I think is how I would put it. The power plays have been a problem. 15 combined power plays in game 3. Obviously, you're playing 90 minutes, and there's 2 in each overtime period. So there's 4 there, but that was still 11 power plays in the game combined. You got to be physical, but you got to be smart at the same time. You don't need to do what the Foligno brothers have been doing and the Wild have been doing and just being frustrated and taking a dumb penalty because they're mad at the guy, right? See Jamie Benn doing it. He's got to be smarter, just plain and simple. He's got to be smarter at the penalties that he does take, or just in the moments that he's sitting there. You got to just be smarter than what it was, right? And then if you do end up taking the penalties, the last major key to the game is play 5-on-4, I guess, because it worked out last game. 1 for 7 on the PK, or 6 for 7 on the PK in game 3, and then 3 for 8, a little over 35%, I believe, on the power play. That's what won you the game, right? You got 3 power play goals. You only need 1 more. Play 5-on-4. If that's how the Wild want to play, they want to play down a man all the time, then just do it, just don't match their energy on defense. We need to stop taking too many dumb penalties. Mikko, Jamie, I think, are the 2 biggest culprits. Robo, that was just a heads up play from Foligno to knock his stick up into his face in that first power play of the game in game 3. You just got to stop taking dumb penalties, really, at the end of the day. And the 2 biggest culprits are Mikko and Jamie right now. If they can kind of clean that up, you're not going to take as many penalties, and maybe you're able to goad them into taking more penalties, and you're on the power play more than you're on the PK. I don't know. Seems simple. Seems easy. It's not. It's game 4 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Round 1 against the Wild. They're going to give you the biggest fight because they cannot go to Dallas down 3-1. That'd be a big no-no. I don't say it could be a must-win game, but it may be not a must-win game, but it's probably a must-win game for the Wild. If the Stars lose this one, I'm not going to be dejected or anything. You're going to go home, and if you can win game 5, typically that team usually goes on to win the series. Yeah, you want to get it done earlier. Look at the Avalanche. They're up 3-0. Again, not necessarily easily, but they have the Kings, right? We're in a different series. We're in a harder series. We got to play our series and not worry about everybody else. But win the game. Come home for game 5 on Tuesday. Another 2 days rest. By the way, another 2 days rest before game 5. So that's another huge thing. Obviously, you have a travel day, and then you'll head home on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. game. It's going to be wonderful. But those are the major keys to the game. That's our game 4 preview, Minnesota versus Dallas in Minnesota. Thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already on Clean Sheet of Ice on YouTube, or wherever you get audio podcasts like Apple, Spotify, where we also have video on Spotify. Hit the subscribe button there. Hit it on YouTube. We're trying to hit 500 subs before. Let's try to just do it before game 4, right? I think we're 13 away. Hit the sub button. Thanks for tuning in. Get your playoff shirts below. Texas Hockey 2026 When the Stars Align shirts in the comment section and in the description on audio podcast and our YouTube. Go get those below. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back after. We might just do a live show after game 4. We'll see. We'll see what's happening with Savannah and Tom. Maybe we'll do a live show. Maybe we won't. If not, you'll have an episode on Sunday, and then we'll do a preview episode on Monday, probably for Tuesday's game 5. It's going to be fun. But make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back very, very soon with another episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.